Hi, I'm Dr. Alicia Journey, and this is from a series that I call Lessons Learned from the Other Side. This one I call the Inside Out World. One of the most interesting aspects of my near-death experience was experiencing myself outside of myself. In 2012, I died for almost 7 minutes from a grand mal seizure, and I remember every detail. Even now, I'm still finding language for what I lived and what I left. This time was different. I wasn't unconscious or unaware. I was there for every agonizing second, gasping for air that just would not come. It felt like being caught between worlds. Part of me that still wanted to live and the part of me that knew it was time to let go. But there was no panic, no bliss, just neutrality. A peace so big it could hold space for both. And then I made a choice. I looked at the clock. It was 10:30 p.m. in neon red numbers. One last reminder of the world I was leaving. I closed my eyes and did what I call a trust fall of consciousness. Not holding on, not controlling, just surrender. The next thing I knew, I opened my eyes and I was floating on the ceiling above my bed. I looked down and I saw my body, still, gray, lifeless. She looked like me, but somehow smaller, more delicate, more perfect. If that was me, then who was I? I remember searching for my hands because my hands have always felt like home to me, but I didn't have any. I felt like I still had a body, but I was not contained. I had no edges, no form, just pure awareness, but it was still me. I could remember my name, my kids, my life, my career, but without the weight of a body. And from that vantage point, I saw my daughter sleeping next to my body, my sweet little girl curled up in innocence. And in that moment, something in me burst open. It was the first time I knew what true unconditional love was. I wasn't judging her. I wasn't comparing her. I wasn't measuring her worth. I just loved her, me, everything. I was giving myself the love I'd always been seeking. Goodness, looking at her, looking at me, she was perfection, not because she was perfect, but because she was perfectly her. To witness her in that light was the greatest honor of my soul. There's so much more to share, but for now, what matters is this. I was given a choice. Go home or go back. And I chose to return back to Earth. The instant I did, I was slingshotted back into my body, gasping, clawing, desperate for air. The freedom, the unconditional love, it felt like it was just gone. And what had replaced it was the pain of separation. The dissonance between heaven and earth has literally taken me nearly 13 years to reconcile. But the lesson that landed. We live in an upside down world, y'all. I call it that because the capital T truth is the inverse of everything we've been taught. From birth, we're conditioned to believe that being ourselves is dangerous, that to rely on only our inner authority is blasphemy. We're told there's a right way and a wrong way, and if we perform correctly, maybe, just maybe, we'll be worthy of love. But the truth is, we were born worthy, born priceless, born exceptional. Anything that teaches otherwise, that's the lie. The real sin is acting out of alignment with who you are. Here, in the upside down world, we live in an illusion. We think we are separate from the source of that love, from what some call God, or from unconditional love itself. And so we perform, we overgive, we strive, all to earn the love that was never ours to lose in the first place. The truth is, we are the source, each of us. The breath of God lives in our lungs. The magic of the stars flow through our veins. You don't have to earn it. You already are it. The fix you seek is found within. That's both the good news and the bad news, though, folks. Because if you don't love yourself first, no one else will be able to fill that void. But when you do, when you give yourself the unconditional love you've been waiting for, you stop wandering through life asking, are you my mommy? And finally come home to yourself. That's where it's at. Now, here's the radical application. This isn't just a concept, it's a daily practice. It looks like choosing the most loving thing for yourself in every small moment. Maybe it's telling your partner, hey, I'll be up in a minute because I want to make a cup of peppermint tea and savor it in all of my senses. It could be telling a stranger who's been complaining for 5 minutes straight that you're not available for that energy and walking away in love. Those small acts add up. Each micro choice becomes a macro shift. And before you know it, you're living a life you never knew was possible. I came back from death to remember this. I am love. I am enough. The beginning and the end.